Polar bear blocks the road. The driver freezes in fear when he sees what awaits. The icy silence of the Arctic morning was broken only by the low hum of the engine. Eric, an experienced wildlife ranger, navigated his jeep through the endless snow-covered expanse. It was a routine patrol, a drive to ensure that the wild animals in this remote region were safe from poachers. But as he rounded a bend, his breath caught in his throat. A massive polar bear stood right in the middle of the road. The enormous beast lifted its head, its dark eyes locked onto Eric with an eerie mix of curiosity and warning. He knew that a direct confrontation could be deadly. Reaching for his radio, he was met with nothing but static, no signal in this desolate stretch of wilderness. His grip on the wheel tightened. A polar bear was blocking his way, and it wasn't moving an inch. His eyes darted around, searching for any possible way out. And then he saw it. Behind the massive bear, just a few feet off the road, something lay in the snow. A small, shivering figure, a polar bear cub. The tiny creature's fur was covered in frost, and one of its hind legs was twisted at an unnatural angle. A broken limb. Eric's heart pounded. He now understood why the mother refused to budge. She was protecting her injured baby, but what was he supposed to do? Any sudden movement could provoke the bear, sending it into a rage. But if he did nothing, the cub might not survive. He had only one choice: call for help and buy some time. Eric took a deep breath and slowly reached for his satellite phone. His fingers trembled as he dialed the nearest ranger station. Seconds stretched endlessly before a voice crackled through the speaker. "Ranger station here. Eric, what's happening? I need a rescue team, immediately. A polar bear cub is injured. The mother is blocking the road. This could escalate at any moment." His voice was steady, but his hands were drenched in sweat. "Understood. Stay inside your vehicle and do not move. We're on our way." He hung up and turned his gaze back toward the bear. The mother hadn't moved an inch. Her massive paws were dug deep into the snow, as if anchoring herself to ensure that no one came near her cub. But Eric also noticed something else. Her breathing was heavy, her muscles tense. She was exhausted. He knew he had to be careful. One wrong move could cost him his life. But at the same time, he also knew the cub needed help, fast. After what felt like an eternity, a faint rumble pierced the icy silence. Eric turned around and saw two snowmobiles racing toward him at full speed. The rescue team had arrived, but the problem was far from solved. They needed a strategy to save the cub without triggering a panic in the mother. "We have to distract her," one of the rangers said, pulling out a crate filled with fish from his pack. Slowly and carefully, he tossed the fish a few meters away, letting the intense scent spread through the freezing air. For a brief moment, the mother bear hesitated, her focus shifting toward the unexpected offering. That was the window of opportunity they needed. Two paramedics jumped off their snowmobiles and rushed toward the cub, which lay whimpering in the snow. Every second felt like an eternity. With calm, practiced hands, they splinted the fractured paw, their movements quick yet gentle. Eric kept his eyes locked on the mother. She tensed, her massive frame coiled like a spring, ready to react. It was a high-risk mission, but they had no other choice. The bear cub whimpered softly as the rangers finished their work. The splint was secured, the wounds treated. Now came the most delicate part. They had to return the cub to its mother without triggering panic. Slowly, the team retreated, leaving only one ranger behind. With calm, steady hands, he carefully lifted the cub and placed it gently in the snow, just a few meters from its mother. For a moment, time stood still. Then the massive predator moved. With slow, deliberate steps, she approached her cub, her powerful frame radiating both strength and caution. A deep rumble escaped her throat as she ran her snout gently over the small body, checking, reassuring. Then, the unbelievable happened. The mother bear carefully picked up her cub in her jaws and turned away. No aggression, no rage, only the pure, unwavering instinct of a mother who knew her child had been saved. Eric watched in silence as the two slowly disappeared into the vast Arctic expanse. He exhaled deeply. Sometimes nature writes its own stories, stories of instinct, survival, and the unbreakable power of a mother's love. The Arctic was a harsh, unforgiving world where only the strongest survived. But on that day, Eric was reminded that strength was not just about power, it was also about compassion, patience, and the willingness to help. He had taken a risk to give a wounded creature a chance, and in return, nature had answered with a rare moment of trust. Perhaps he would never see those bears again, but every time he drove through the frozen wilderness, he knew. Somewhere out there, a mother bear knew that not all humans take, some give. And maybe, when the cub one day walked the tundra on its own, it would remember. The day when man was not the enemy, but a savior. The wild follows its own laws. But sometimes, the worlds of humans and animals collide in ways we never expect. Eric had learned that respect and understanding were stronger than any weapon. In that moment, it was not about dominance or fear, but about trust. The mother bear had recognized that these humans were not a threat. They had come to help. Did this incredible story move you? Tell us your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe animals trust humans more than we think? Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more breathtaking stories from the wild. Share this video with your friends, because sometimes nature teaches us lessons we will never forget.